Hello guys, Crispy here, welcome back to another video. In this one, my friends, I'm going to be testing a GeForce GTX 750 1GB in Cyberpunk 2077. This one is the Medion OEM version of the card. We are running it with the latest Nvidia drivers, and I'm not manually overclocking it. You can see all of its specs right here in Tech PowerUp's GPU-Z. Again, it has 1GB of GDDR5, and there's also a 2GB model of this, but I don't have it, unfortunately. And over on the left, we're pairing it with a Ryzen 5 3600X and 32GB of RAM, which are overkill specs, but we're only testing the GPU, so even something like an i5 4th gen shouldn't bottleneck it. Let's get into it, shall we? Alright, let's go over the settings first. I'm starting at 1080p resolution using the lowest settings and no FSR, so no upscalings. It's just native res. It's a foggy day, my friends. I'm not sure why it starts like this, usually, but okay. It will clear up. Alright, it's not supposed to be looking like this, and we're getting 12 and 13 frames per second, and yes, it is supposed to be getting those FPS because it's a freaking GTX 750, right? It's not very good. Oh my god, I can't drive like this. Okay. Why are the 1% lows at 7 already? Did it actually drop that far? Oh boy. Okay. Alright, we should still be able to kill Bob, which is the most important thing, so I'm gonna do that. Alright. Gosh, no! Oh, the input lag is crazy in this one. Oh. Damn it. Oh my god, is it actually going to average below 10 FPS? That is insane. This is actually kind of similar to what the 1060 3GB did at 4K, I believe. Anyway, I didn't kill Bob, I killed his friend though. That's amazing. Come over here, Bob. Goodbye, Bob. Come on. Okay, you'll bounce off. No, you're... Wait a second. I'm gonna go kill this bastard. Come on. Where's my gun? There it is. Oh boy. Yeah, there we go. Bob is dead. Our mission is over. Thanks very much for watching this. No, we still got a lot to go, my friends. Alright, so what I'm gonna do next is enable some FSR on quality, which is actually the default for the low settings. But the low settings also have a lot of things on medium. This is the minimum settings, okay? And there we go. This is now into double-digit territory all of the time. I guess, maybe. Oh my god, come on. Just can't drive like this. It's impossible, guys. Damn, no, stop it. Why did you come here? Oh, no, okay, this is not the way I wanted to go, but it works. No, I want to go that way. Oh my god, this is so terrible, guys. This is actually one of the worst experiences that I've had recently in gaming. And I'm counting with GT 1030s playing the latest titles and stuff like that. It's kind of normal. This is a 2014 GPU. Playing a game from 2020 that has been updated a lot during the last 4 years. And I mean, it's also a 1GB GPU, so can't expect much from it, right? At this point, I'm not even sure if it's going to be playable, because right now, the game is rendering at an internal resolution of 720p. And it's still getting 14 FPS. That is atrocious. Okay, well, this is gonna explode and kill the police, actually. Let's see. I'm gonna help it. Come on. Oh, they're running away. Okay, they're smart, actually. Well, not really. They're just standing there. Right, that's a very good cover, guys. Nice. Oh, how are you not dead? What the heck? Okay. All right, that's enough. That's enough 1080p with quality FSR. Let's drop it down to performance FSR. See if that helps. Come on. Alright, there we go. Alright, I need this new car. Yes, very good. Am I gonna survive this? I'm not really sure, guys. Let's do this. I'm trying my best over here. So performance FSR is looking quite rough. It doesn't look very good, obviously, but if you want to play the game on a 750, you're not expecting very good results anyways and very good graphics. So, hey, it works, right? Especially if you're watching this on a tiny display, like a smartphone display. It should look decent-ish. Maybe almost decent-ish. Yes, that's it. But we're still getting 14 and 15 frames per second here, which is underwhelming as heck, dude. Like, sometimes it goes up to like 19 FPS, but it doesn't even touch 20 frames. So yeah, this is not gonna work, my friends, okay? Unfortunately. I'm gonna try Ultra Performance FSR, which runs the game at 33% of the native resolution, and this is 360p if I'm not mistaken. Yep. And well, finally it's achieving 20 frames per second sometimes, okay, because it still drops here and there. Which is kind of insane. Oh boy, come on, get out of the way, you bastard. Oh my gosh, look at that frame time graph, dude, that's atrocious. Holy. Goodbye, Bob. Alright, so he didn't die, guys, but I am also almost dying myself. So I kind of want to get over with this. Alright, here we see Jack. At least we can die in peace and seeing the most beautiful thing available in Cyberpunk. Jack, look at that. Oh boy. Okay, at least here, when you die, you get a high refresh rate experience. So there's that. That's amazing. Alright, so what else is there to do? Drop it down, right, to 720p. I would drop it down to 1024 by 768, but there's not much of a difference in terms of pixel count coming from that to 720p. You gain like 1 or 2 FPS. It's not worth lowering it down that much. And well, it's gonna be at 720p native resolution using the lowest settings. Oh boy, will you look at that, guys? At 720p native resolution, it's getting better FPS than Ultra Performance FSR at 1080p. This is promising. Maybe we can actually reach 30 FPS average by the time we play with FSR Ultra Performance in 720p resolution, which means that it would be what, like 160p, I believe, something like that along those lines, 180p. Yeah, it's crazy low, but we'll get there, all right? Because we will need to. My God, it slows down so much over here. Holy! I wonder if the VRAM fills up in this particular area and then it drops like crazy because of it, because that was a massive drop. Maybe not, actually. Maybe it's just because this is more intensive than the area where we started, and alright, Bob, you live this time. But yeah, you know what? The VRAM is probably maxed out all of the time, honestly. I think the RAM usage is a little bit too high. It's usually lower than that on the low settings, I think. And yeah, that's to be expected. It's a 1GB GPU. It's always running out of VRAM. There's nothing you can do really to make it better. And that ends up getting 17 FPS and 10 FPS 1% lows. Yay! It's actually worse than I was expecting. Probably, again, because of the VRAM. But 750 Ti does so much better than this. It's kind of crazy. All right, I'm going to enable FSR2 on quality now. And this renders the game at 67% resolution of the 720p. This is 480p resolution being upscaled to 720p. Oh, God. What is that jump, dude? So weird. Car physics. Cyberbug car physics. Oh, yes. There we go. Now I can kill Bob. Goodbye, Bob. That's the first hit. The first hit did it. There we go. Very good. Okay, 17 is not very good. It's a terrible experience. Absolutely awful. Holy crap, man. 20 FPS average is what it can get at these settings. Like, I want to restart the game to give it the benefit of the doubt, you know, reset the VRAM usage and the RAM usage there. Yeah, nope, okay, maybe it's slightly better. Is it? No, it was getting the same FPS in this area, right? I believe. Yeah, and as it fills up, it's just gonna get slower because it will start swapping things that should be on VRAM, but the VRAM isn't enough, so it will go into the RAM, and RAM is slower, and we will end up with the same FPS as we saw previously. It's terrible, guys. This, I'm not sure if there's any hope for the little GTX 750 in this game. Yep, there we go, back to 16, 17 FPS at times. It's the same thing after a restart. For some reason I was, like, hoping. There was a glimpse of hope, my friends. All right, let's do performance FSR. Come on, you can do it. 750, 20s, low 20s. Oh my God. All right, at least it's not dropping into the teens anymore. So there's that. Hey, it's not absolutely awful. Like, this is now a cinematic experience. Add some motion blur, play it on a CRT or something like that, maybe on one of those cube TVs, and think that you are in the 80s or the 90s, and this will actually look good. You know, like, this would have been crazy graphics for those times. Alright, over here it goes up to like 27 frames per second. It's not absolutely terrible. It is that cinematic experience once again. Like, the averages are right around 24, which is the frame rate of the movies. Yeah, it's great. It's great. It's amazing stuff. If you get used to this, you can actually play the entire game through with a GTX 750 1GB. Is it a good idea? Probably not. You're gonna go blind. But wait, there's one more thing that we can do to make it playable, or at least make it at 30 FPS, because at this point, because of the graphics, it isn't playable anymore, visually speaking, right? And that is Ultra Performance FSR. It's still dropping down into the low 20s, but I will restart, and hopefully it's gonna get 30 plus, at least for a little bit. Look at the FPS, guys. Look at the FPS. This is amazing. Super high refresh rate experience. You can max out a 240Hz monitor in the waiting menu, loading menu. Absolute lowest settings here at 720p resolution. Ultra performance FSR. I can't believe it. It's kind of the same, isn't it? As quality FSR was maybe slightly better, but it's kind of the same as performance FSR. And this is what? Well, let me check. Wait a second. Can I kill Bob while I am using the calculator? There we go. Goodbye, Bob. So you can still be efficient. Oh boy. So 720 times 0.33 is 240p. Okay, so it's not 100 and something p. Yeah, I achieved 160p, I think, on the GTX 1080 Ti video in Alan Wake 2, because it was on top of 480p resolution native. So 640 by 480 times 0.33 would be 160p. That's where I remembered the 160p resolution from. But yeah, it is completely unplayable, guys. This is very unfortunate, guys. I really thought FSR might have been able to fix the little 750's performance here, but it's FSR2, and FSR2 is more intensive than FSR1 was, and the game actually launched with FSR1, and it was running a little bit better than this, even on a GTX 650, but now, yeah, FSR2 being more intensive, it just doesn't work. Just doesn't work at all. Let's try one more thing. XeSS on performance. Ugh, doesn't even have an ultra performance mode. If it crashes, I'm not going to be surprised. Honestly, that's what I am expecting. So if it doesn't crash, oh, there we go. Okay, performance XeSS right now. Wow, that looks insanely good compared to what we saw on Ultra Performance FSR. Obviously, this is 50% resolution scale. Ultra Performance was 33% resolution scale, you know? Even the reflections are quite decent for absolute lowest settings. Look at the top of the car right there. It's not actually reflecting what we're seeing because it's not ray tracing, but they're quite decent for the actual resolution we're running on. This is 360p essentially. It also runs worse than 720p native, so there's no point in using XeSS at all. It looks worse and it runs worse on these Maxwell GPUs, 700 series as well, 600 series, Kepler. Basically, Maxwell and Kepler lack the hardware needed to run XeSS properly. 10 series is alright-ish. Oh my god, I can't control this. Oh my god. Okay, okay. Can we get Bob? Can we get... There we go. Goodbye, Bob. There. Amazing. With 9 frames per second. See? I'm a professional Bob killer. And with that said, thanks very much for watching this video. I hope it was informative in some way, or at least fun to watch. I was really expecting it to be playable at 720p with FSR set to performance at the very least. But no. With a 1GB 750, you just can't play this game. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Love you all. Bye-bye.